Wednesday.
I can't believe we've been missing out on this the entire time. We could have been having Wine Wednesday like this.
Every Wednesday they do like a wine tasting, and they have 3 wines that they taste, and they do a little appetizer board with 3 different snacks to pair with every wine. That's good. So good. We've got Ferrari Corona Sauvignon Blanc, Black Stallion Pinot Noir, and Robert Hill Cab. And then we had some little snacks from earlier that I'll edit into the video. It's like super fresh.
It was delicious. It was all good.
So good. This is our first time here. They've been here for 8 months, and it's amazing.
So my new listing at Venetian Isle, he had a contract for the deed because it was on a financing. So I'm having to get both the owner, the previous owner, that he's got the deed, and the buyer, which is the owner, but he has a contract for, yeah, the seller. So we bought it, and now he wants to sell it. So I have to get both of their signatures on listing contract and able to sell it. So I have to track down this guy. I Googled him and called, I don't know, probably 5 numbers until I got the right mark. And I was like, are you the mark that owns Venetian Isle? And they was like, hey, I'm like, okay.
So the seller's like owner finance buyer,
yes.
He didn't have the previous seller's contact information?
No, he just had his, he just mails him a check every month. So he didn't have his contact, like his cell phone number.
So has when I say seller, I'm referring to the buyer that's owner finance.
Okay, yeah.
So has the seller completely paid the previous owner?
No.
So how's that going to work?
So whenever we list, I'll need both of their information, both of their signatures, in order to list it. And whenever we sell it, the seller will pay the previous seller off. So it'll just be like, instead of paying the bank off, he'll pay the seller.
So yeah, the payoff.
So like thinking of that as the bank, he'll just pay him off.
That makes it a lot more easy to understand if you think of the previous owner as a bank. Because whenever you close with the title company, then all of the funds will go to pay off the mortgage to the bank.
But the problem is with owner financing, sometimes they raise that price to where it's like, okay, we can, in order to do owner financing, you
like
can,
the balloon payment.
Yeah. So he overpaid for it by about $15,000. The last comp in there is $230, and he paid $249 for it.
So he's losing money.
So he's losing money on it, but he wants out of it because he didn't know. Apparently, he thank you. So he had his last realtor didn't look at the HOA documents. They didn't look at any of that. So they had probably $20,000 worth of assessments that came up that he's been paying on.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but I hate it for him. But
is that his primary residence, or was he?
It's just a second home, and he wanted to rent it, and you can't rent in Venetian Isle, so it's only 6 months, or it's only long-term rental here. So he just got screwed. He just got like completely screwed.
His previous agent did zero due diligence.
Yeah, they were just like, okay, write the offer. Where's your money? There you go.
Get paid, be done.
Yeah.
Always interview your agents.
And it pisses me off. I'm like, now he's in a position to where he's losing money. He's not been able to rent it. It's a headache. It's just awful.
I think that, like, what makes me really mad is people who are in our profession. There's so many people who just like go and get their real estate license, and they're like, oh, I'm going to sell houses. I'm going to do this. But like you are messing with people's livelihoods. Like
Right. With their
you can easily screw up someone's life by not doing the due diligence that you're supposed to do. Like everything can go wrong.
well, and like I don't take it lightly that I'm like their biggest asset that in their life, really, that in my hands.
Yeah.
Like they're trusting me with their biggest asset, either buying or selling. I mean, I don't think anyone should take lightly. I think there should be more rules with our.
I think there should be a lot more regulations.
It's crazy the realtors out there that are running around with a license and don't know what they're doing, and they put people in these situations where they lose money. I mean, 20 to 30,000 is
That's a lot.
That's a lot of money.
That's like some people's salary for a year.
Right. So, yeah, you should always do your due diligence on your realtor. Too.
Interview your agents. Well, I hate that for him, but I'm also glad he's getting out of it.
Right, because I talked to Dusty and I was like I don't know what to do because I've never been in a situation where I listed with a contract for the deed.
I think
And was
very little people have been in that
What
situation.
is happening here? So I talked to Rachel Scruggs at Professional Land Title. Talked to her, and then I talked to our broker, and we like all agreed that we need to get both the signatures and kind of get that all sorted out. But we're gonna get it sold, get it, get him as much money back as we can. Then he wants to buy something else.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So then he can rent. So.
Give him some income.
Yeah, get him and like find a place that is rentable. Like that should be one of the first things that
I
you
can't
look at.
believe that whenever he hired his previous agent to help him buy something that he could rent, that they did not do the
bought
due
something,
diligence, and they ended up selling him something that's not rentable. That's crazy.
Yeah, get rental numbers. Use us as your agents because we don't make huge mistakes like that. Like those are mistakes that you easy.
Don't ever let anyone tell you it's hard to find out if a building is rentable because it is so easy.
And
it takes a matter of minutes.
like that. Yeah. So
sometimes it can be a little more difficult. Like she said, there are guidelines that change, there are different ordinances that come into place, but for the most part, if you're looking for a property that is going to be able to be rented short term,
they should have rental numbers for you to look at too.
And you can look up the zoning for the property. You can call the city. It takes 10 minutes to call the city and have a conversation and see if it's in a rental restricted area. Like it's not hard at all.
God, that just makes me so mad thinking about it. And I'm like, man.
Thanks for joining us on our first video. We will be putting out more content and we hope that you enjoyed what we made today. Follow along for more transparency with real estate and our everyday lives.